Good morning, friends. Welcome to Coffee with Kathleen on this fifth week of our sheltering in place and worshiping and engaging at a distance because of COVID-19 restrictions. And greetings on this day after Earth Day. This is a week of interfaith observance of climate action throughout the United States. And in particular, yesterday was Earth Day. And it was the 50th anniversary of the founding of Earth Day by Gaylord Nelson, one of Wisconsin's own senators, who had the foresight to create an event that has become very important to carrying out the work and the vision and the organizing and the ongoing banner carrying of the environmental movement. It's an important time, I think, to be thinking about the well-being of the earth. I read a comic yesterday in the Eau Claire Leader Telegram, and in this comic, the earth is speaking in the first two frames. And the earth says, "There's less pollution this Earth Day. I feel so much better. Thank you for all the sacrifices you've made to fight this global threat." And in the third frame, we see the moon looking all tense and saying, "I haven't the heart to tell her it's not climate change they're fighting." But the beauty in this moment that is in so many ways catastrophic and excruciatingly painful, this time of people being ill, hospital systems being overwhelmed, people being distanced from their loved ones, people dying, and of course, global economic stress that that most of us have not seen in our lifetimes. In the midst of all that is painful and catastrophic, there's this incredible gift. We have been told that over Beijing, over Los Angeles, over, I imagine, Mexico City, over many of the cities of the world that are most cursed with air pollution on an ongoing basis, those cities have seen something like a 40% decline in smog and other forms of air pollution during this time of human beings sheltering in place and many parts of our economy and industry being shut down. We have also been told that in Venice, the canals are running clear. These canals that are known for being filthy and full of pollution are running clearer than they have in recent memory because there is so much less polluting activity going on. I read that whales in the Atlantic and Pacific are showing much less stress because there's less shipping, there's less submarine activity, there's less of the kinds of noise disturbances that cause them stress and cause them to retreat. There's anecdotes from all over about people who are sheltering in place and then they step outside and they see a fox or a cougar or some creature that they've never seen before in their neighborhood. As we shelter in place, our wild cousins, our wild relatives are emerging from hiding. So what might all of this tell us? What could this catastrophe be inviting of us? Is it possible that in this moment when oil stocks are plummeting, when the value of oil is collapsing, when we are seeing and feeling tangibly the benefits of reduced fossil fuel use, is it possible that we could step into the gap that's been created and begin to invest more fully in sustainable and renewable forms of energy? Is it possible that we could revisit and reimagine our identities as part of an integrated web of life that our Creator has energized and continues to cultivate on this astonishing little blue planet? That we could reimagine ourselves not as the pinnacle of creation, but as intimately related to all that is. I have a couple of quotes from Wendell Berry, poet laureate of the environmental movement, that I'd like to share before we finish today. In the first, Berry says, "The care of the earth is our most ancient and our most worthy, and after all, our most pleasing responsibility. To cherish what remains of it and foster its renewal is our only hope." The second quote from Berry is this one. "We have lived our lives by the assumption that what was good for us would be good for the world. We have been wrong. We must change our lives so that it will be possible to live by the contrary assumption that what is good for the world, read the earth, will be good for us. And that requires that we make the effort to know the world and to learn what is good for it." My prayer for us today and in this week of interfaith action for climate change is that we will each and all experience the blessings of being part of a restored and restoring and rejuvenating earthly order, and that we will commit ourselves more passionately than before to loving the earth, to working for healing, and to relishing and praising the beauty of the creation in which we have been placed. May it be so. Blessing you today. Take care.